So, I am the co-founder of the Hall Pass Tour, as Kevin mentioned, which is a nationwide concert series that is catered to K through 12 students across the country with two aims. And our focus points are, one, to get underserved youth excited about leveraging higher learning to pursue their dreams, and we'll talk more about that. And the second aim is to provide a creative space for communities to support their youth. So kids get excited about pursuing higher learning, and their families and friends and communities are there to come in and support them. So I'll talk to you guys this morning about how we created the tour, why we created the tour, and where we are now. But the overarching message is that social responsibility starts at home with us. And by us, I mean you, I mean me, I mean your next door neighbor, your local butcher, and so on. You don't have to be some high-grossing public figure or celebrity to make a change in the immediate world around you. That's the theme today. So in September of 2010, my good friend Science released a mixtape called The Hall Pass, and it was incredible. He's also an incredible guy. The cool thing about the project was that all of the songs corresponded with a subject. So as you can see, there's my favorite, Lunch and Recess, on the list. And something popped into my mind, and one day I said to him, this is exactly what I said. I said, it would be dope, this is one of my favorite words, if you went into schools and performed these songs, because you're an inspiring person, you're on this path as an independent artist. Kids buy your music, but they're not old enough to go to concerts. So let's bring the concert to them. And the minute I said it, I didn't really think about what I'd said, but I was like, wait, we can really do this. And no more than 3 days later, my now business partner gave me a call. Janelle, this is us. And she said, she's super high energy. She's like, you'll never believe what just happened. I just performed for 300 middle schoolers at Ticonderoga Middle School. It was crazy. They went insane. I told them about my path, and they just gelled with me. And my heart got a little warm, and a light bulb went off. I had hair at the time, so my hair probably stood up as well. And I was like, okay, let's do something with this idea. And we began to refine the idea, and suddenly Janelle, whose stage name is J. Renee, and Science became the Hall Pass Tour's headliners. And our mission was to go into schools and be what a pep rally is to a homecoming game. We want to get the same underserved youth that we represented at one point excited about pursuing learning more and tying it in with what they want to become. Because it's interesting that kids are always told, go to college, go to college, go to college, but there's never a why. So we wanted to connect the dots and say, you want to be an astronomer? Here's a path that you can follow. We wanted to be singers, so this is the path that we followed, to lead by example. And we said, we need a team to do this. We need to assemble like a master squad of amazing people who can relate. And I've always felt that the two languages that we all speak are food and music. So let's relate to youth through the language that they speak. And so we came up with this incredible team, and this is the gang. We look like the cast of an MTV show, I'm sure. But the idea was, let's get a team of people who can relate to kids. So every one of the crew has either gone to or graduated from college. But beyond that, the path that they chose, whether conventional or unconventional, directly correlates with what we all dreamed of becoming. So I went to college and I studied radio and TV because I like to connect with people using my voice, and I wanted to bridge the gap and make education a part of that. So we said, okay, we set out to do this tour. Janelle and I connected with an organization called College for Every Student, and we pitched the idea to them because they have a network of 500 schools across the country that we wanted to gain access to. And the CEO of the company said 4 words that pretty much changed everything. He said, sounds great, do it. And we were like, oh crap, we really have to do this now. He gave us the green light to go, and overnight, I became co-founder, tour manager, and host, and Janelle became co-founder and headlining singer, and our team backs us up. We have a tour DJ, a photographer, videographer, merch manager, assistant tour manager, and we were like, let's set out and do this. But it wasn't about us. We said, how can we make students a part of this? So we said, okay, first piece. At every school, and we also go to community centers now as well, every location we go to, the school needs to elect a student ambassador team. Their role is to help us in planning the concert, from promotion to execution. They learn the behind the scenes of what it takes to build out a concert. And we're like, you know what? That's not enough. What else can we add on? So we added in a workshop piece. Before every concert, we do something called the Backstage Pass workshop, where we take a core group of students and map out for them what it took for us to build the Hall Pass Tour and how we were able to connect what we love to do with what we like to do with what we're good at. And we help each of them map out exactly that in a way that they can take this workshop and facilitate it for other students. But we're like, well, you know what? That's not enough. How else can we make them a part of the process? Why would kids from across the country want to come out and see Jay Renee and Science and Holley on stage talking to them? I'd like to think that that would be enough of a draw, but it's not. So we said they need to be a part of the concerts. So at every concert we do, we facilitate auditions so that students can be a part of the show in the role of co-host. And this is Isabella. She's a kindergartner, the youngest co-host we've ever had. She told knock-knock jokes. She was incredible. But not just as co-host, but as opening acts. So we select 2 to 3 student openers at every show. And this gives kids the opportunity to be a drummer on stage, to be dancers. We've had singers. We've had a girl do Irish clog dancing at one show, which was absolutely incredible. But it gives kids a platform to be who they are. But it's more than just coming on stage and sharing your talent. We charge kids with the task of not just sharing that talent, but sharing their ambitions. Because there's a big difference between Mrs. Smith saying, go to college because it's good for you, versus Bradley coming on stage and saying, hi, I'm Brad, I'm in the 4th grade, and when I grow up, I want to become an astronomer. It plants a seed of hope, it plants a seed of ambition, and it gets other kids to say, I better step it up, because Bradley's trying to be an astronomer, so I can dream now. Bradley gave me the green light to dream. We also have trivia at the concerts, where we bring people up from the audience so they can be a part of the show too and get an opportunity to win prizes and giveaways throughout the concerts to really connect the dots. And we bring out big crowds, and they get really excited. But the most important thing is that we're able to make meaningful connections with people, to have a parent come up to you and cry and say, thank you for coming to our community and being a part of our home. It's an amazing feeling. It actually makes me want to cry a little, but I'm going to stay strong. And so we've gained acclaim from Good. We were recently featured in Fast Company's Change Generation for their Coexist series. And the way the tour works is every spring and fall, we do 15 concerts. So last spring, we did our pilot tour. We went to 5 schools in New York City and went really well. We said, let's take this further. So in the fall, we went to 10 locations in Adirondack, New York, New Jersey, Delaware. We reached 3,500 people. And we took this spring off to focus on business development and really get partners and people interested in the tour. And this fall, we went to Kentucky, LA, and Colorado. We were like, let's do it. And our numbers jumped. We've reached 8,500 people to date. So I'm really excited about the future of the tour. If you'd like to learn more about it, I'll be sticking around for the next talk, of course. But I'm really interested in learning more about what you guys are doing as well. And if you want to get involved with the tour, you can speak to me about that. But remember that social responsibility starts at home with all of us. Thank you.